In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he shall direct your path.
Tensions flaring in Minneapolis after an ICE agent shot and killed 37-year-old mother of three, Renee Good.
About 9:30 Wednesday morning, 37-year-old Renee Good in the driver's seat of this maroon SUV appearing to block the road. This disturbing video shows the vehicle reverse as an agent grabs a door. The SUV then appears to move forward. The agent near the front of the vehicle fires multiple rounds, including through the windshield. Moments later, the SUV crashes into a parked car.
Can I go check a pulse? No!
A person identifying himself as a doctor, heard asking if he can help, was denied by ICE agents who said medics were on the way.
We have our own medics.
Where are they?
DHS Secretary Kristi Noem, who has deployed 2,000 federal officers to Minnesota, says the shooting was justified and argues the agent feared for his life.
She then proceeded to weaponize her vehicle, and she attempted to run a law enforcement officer over. This appears as an attempt to kill or to cause bodily harm to agents, an act of domestic terrorism.
Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is me. What I can tell you is the narrative that this was just done in self-defense is a garbage narrative.
Many in this community now angry and demanding change.
Federal agents coming into our city, provoking our citizens, coming after people that mostly aren't even illegal immigrants. They're coming after U.S. citizens.
Let's consider these things a minute, right? More wisdom there from the Bible, from Solomon. But let's consider that in all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. So many of us these days, we're confused. No way to go, don't know which way to turn, don't know what's true. But what's the fact of the matter? Well, if we acknowledge him in all that we do, you know, this is where the world has gone wrong. This is where, here in America, we've gone wrong. Now, when I say America, for the most part, I want to clear that up because, you know, I'll say, because you got people who get technical. You know, I'm talking mostly where we're all from, the United States of America, right? I do realize that America is a whole continent over here, where North and South America. I'm talking mostly the whole world, actually. But we talk about the ways of how we are here in America and any other nations that have been closely resembled to us, right? We've lost our ways. We've lost our way here in America. It's getting bad, and it's only going to get worse, right? And what's one of the reasons for that? What's the biggest reason for that? Well, in all our ways, we have chosen not to acknowledge him. We have chosen not to acknowledge the Lord. We have chosen not to acknowledge our Creator, the Master of all things, who will bring you and I all to an end. And those who choose to turn away from him and not acknowledge him will be brought to a very destructive end. Any nation will be brought to a very destructive end, right? Do we understand that, right? Especially the younger people. Do you understand that? Because you need to understand that. So So just remember that for your own self. For us, I try to remember that myself. In all your ways, acknowledge him, right? I'm not here preaching at people like I'm better than anyone. We all have to think about this. And we got to consider this, right? Well, this and that's going wrong. Well, it's only going to get worse, especially, sadly, for those of us who want to acknowledge him. It's going to get worse because this is the time we're in, and we've got to recognize that. When you acknowledge him, you're going to recognize that, right? Let's consider some of the ways. I've talked about this kind of stuff all the time. So this is a YouTube channel. There's different things I attempt to do and different changes we're going through, but that's because at the end of the day, it's a YouTube channel, right? So I'm not trying to focus on just one type of content. And just, I'm trying to focus on all kinds of things that reflect my interest and share it, right? But that could be a variety of things because this is a channel, not a show, not just a one show. It's a channel, right? They call it a YouTube channel. So I'm trying to take that to its advantage. But one of the main things we talk, so in the future, I'm going to try to break things up and maybe dedicate certain days to certain kinds of subject matter, right? Maybe we'll see what goes on. I'm changing some of the format, so not all of it's going to be out here in the park with whiskey and Anyways, stay on track here. So one of the main things I talk about is who we are as people, right? Who we are, and because in the long run, then collectively, this is how we become how we are as society. But who are we as individuals? And so I'll give you a couple examples here, right? And one reason people hear me talk a certain way might think, well, he believes this or that. Trust me, I believe what's in line with the Lord. In all my ways, I try to acknowledge him in all that I do. Right now, Whiskey and I are taking a walk. I'm acknowledging him, right? Right now, Whiskey and I are vlogging to you guys, right? I'm acknowledging him. No matter what I'm doing, there's, and I find that, as I get older and wiser, as I have through the years, right? Find that when I choose to acknowledge him, it then pulls me away from doing wrongful things that are hurtful to either my own cause or others, right? Because I've chosen, and that's the reward, where I've chosen to acknowledge him in all my ways, right? Oh, people act like, well, there's a time and place for God, right? For religion, right? There's a time and place for it. Hold on, let's check the perimeter first. Locked in jail. Look at all this freedom I give you in jail. Whiskey's playing in the rec yard, so we got him locked in jail, so you're gonna have to start bilking you taxpayers for that, so he can learn his lesson for his crimes that we just made up, right? He didn't do nothing wrong, but we made it up because we need to lock him in here so that we can bilk you taxpayers for that. Stay on track here, right? So, acknowledge him in all your ways, honestly, right? And because we don't do that, and because we act like, oh, there's a time and place for religion, there's a time and place for that. No. Everywhere is the place, and every time is the time for God. He's there whether you acknowledge him or not, right? That's why it says in all your ways acknowledge him, because he is there. And if you don't acknowledge him, when you're not acknowledging him, then you are doing things he wouldn't like most of the time, right? Because you're forgetting him, you're forgetting his ways, and you're acting like he don't see you or hear you. And that's not the case. right? But people act like, oh, well, if I do something wrong, God's going to tap me on the shoulder and let me know. No. If you're acknowledging him, you would already know that this or that is wrong, that, right? And therefore, he's going to let you, and he says this, he's going to let you continue in your wrongful ways. Let me get down to the point here. I've already mentioned some stuff, right? This Jeffrey Epstein thing, the whole Maduro thing, and just all these things we go through here in America, right? Now we got this whole, let's talk about this for a minute. We'll get there, whatever. The ICE shot this female, right? Was it in Minnesota, maybe? I don't know, right? I don't remember. I watched it briefly. Then I seen posts about it and whatever. So then I watched a little more, but I don't, remember the name or exact location, right? But it's big enough. Everyone knows what we're talking about. And I'll show a clip, whatever. ICE shot this female in her vehicle, shot her in the head, took her out, right? And of course, first of all, understand this, the devil's tactics. Our government answers to the devil and they follow his tactics. Okay? And one of the ways that happens is this is all part of the plan, right? What's going on in Venezuela, this whole deal, it's part of the plan, okay? And these different things they do are dehumanizing us. There's different points I want to make. Maybe I got to save them for different videos, but let's consider this, okay? Now, you Trumpers, this is the problem. Most of the people that I am more in line with, and people I know, but family, people I love dearly, are Trumpers, whether they even want to call themselves a Trumper or not, okay? Because he says this or that sounds like it's in line with what you're wanting, but you know what? This is the problem, and I understand there's people that don't like it and they want to get pissed off at me, right? They think I'm wrong because I don't want to glorify Trump. He's a snake, and I've warned for a long time, but this is the problem. It's not just Trump, it's your whole base. You want to sit there and say, oh, the left, this and that, and I agree, right? But how are you any different if you're part of the right, part of this whole, look, the whole Epstein thing, let's consider that, right? The Epstein, I've mentioned this before. Oh, all the Trumpers want to look the other way, right? This person's bad, that person's bad, but as soon as it comes out about Trump, then, what about the Democrats? The Democrats did this once upon a time. 30 years ago, the Democrats did this. So don't bitch about Trump doing it. Screw off. You're un-American. Okay? You're about Trump, not America. I'm tired of it, right? It's sad. It's sickening. People I know and love are this way, right? They look the other way when Trump is, we know darn well, on that list. Okay? Now let's get off that list for a minute. Let's get back up here to this whole ICE shooting this female, right? Trump comes on, he's defending it. He don't even know what's going on. He defends it. Why? Because he is empowering law enforcement. And they got you so blind, the people on the right, so blind. Oh yeah, we got to support them. We got to support them. We got to support these people that, their lives are on the line. Their lives are on the line. They're on the line because they're violating the Constitution. And we have a right to pick up arms and defend ourselves from any violation. And no one wants to see that. Instead, we're going to be like, empower these law enforcement who come along and ruin people's lives. I'm living proof of that. Okay? Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to tell you to feel sorry for Maduro, but I kind of do. Why? Put it into perspective. Okay? What did he do here in America? He's a leader of another nation. Right? He's sitting there sleeping. Boom. These people, thugs come up, guns out, take him, steal everything from him. Well, my dear friends, that's exactly what they done to me. Okay, and in the past, they have tried to threaten me with RICO and everything else. And you know what? The truth is, I'm a good dude. Now, Maduro's coming out saying I'm a good person. These guys kidnapped me. And you know what? How can I sit there and turn the other way from that? Knowing, as an American, that they've done the very almost damn same thing to me. And not just me, many of you. Are we waking up yet? But the Trump base, now Trump comes out and defends the actions of ICE. Right? The ICE agents that killed a person. I don't care if you're American or not. I don't care if they're here illegally. You don't have a right to take their life for no reason like that, okay? And you got the people quick to say, oh, defending it. Oh, she was gonna do this, she was gonna do that. You got a bunch of armed thugs running around in our streets, in masks, coming to grab people. And because people don't want to comply with these thugs who have no business coming near you, the ICE agents I'm talking about, I don't care who you are. Send them to me, Trump. Send your thugs to me. That's all I'm saying. Because I watch too many our Americans sit around and take it. And now we're sitting here defending it, just like we did with the Epstein thing. Every dirty deed, we sit there and defend it. Where's your humanity? I'm talking about, I see so many of the Trump supporters, even my own family, okay, right? I see you guys quick to be like, oh, well, you know, when this and that happened 30 fucking years ago, the Democrats, that's your excuses. This ain't 30 years ago. This is right now where we have government forces taking people out. You should be concerned about that. This is America, okay? They're telling you, oh, to not like Venezuela. How is our government acting any different? And I'll have you know the things, Cuba, Venezuela, all that down there, they're in that shape because of our government oppressing them. And we don't want to see that because of our policies. But we're so stupid. Ain't that right, Whiskey? Whiskey and I fills me in on all this stuff, right? He fills me in. Whiskey fills me in. Says, hey, you damn humans, what the hell's the matter with you? Right? Where's our humanity? In all your ways, acknowledge him and he will direct your path. We are not acknowledging him and therefore our path is lost. Get over here. You get over here. Please, see a doggy there. Get over here. Get over here. He's 7. Stop.
I need to find a way to break free. Gonna console the whiskey. Can't seem to find nothing I need. Gonna console
What's that?
the whiskey. As it all falls
Oh, okay.
apart.
He's not far from
Console the whiskey. Maybe smoke a little more weed and console the whiskey. Looks like I'll be taking a walk and sniffing out the breeze.
Oh, right up.
Ain't nothing like walking around and being on the street. You and me just hanging out and doing what we please. Ain't nothing in the world that go wrong if you keep on petting me. Whiskey. Pick that guitar and bucket me.
They're good, they're fun to have around. Oh, okay. Oh, wow, okay. Hey, have a good day.
Sick of everyone's shit going cause on the whiskey. I and the world do not mix, going cause on the whiskey. Maybe I'll take another look and cause on the whiskey. Something that can't fix, going cause
You know,
on the whiskey.
I guess I'll save the rest for another video. We go through our own struggles here. Trying to start our channel, try to get things going. Don't seem to be able to get going very good, but damn it, if we don't find other channels, start copying our ways, doing shit we're doing, and they're doing it because they read or watch some video that says, why don't you do your video this way, right? And I'm doing it because it's my only choice. But I ain't getting nowhere, but they're getting tons of views and subscribers. I don't know. Part of being censored. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. Honestly, we got to consider that. It's time to quit giving him a pass just because we don't want to admit that we're wrong. Right? And sadly, I'm talking to a lot of people I know personally that I love dearly. Right? Don't send your ass to hell because you want to glorify Trump, okay? It's not worth it. You're not acknowledging the Lord. You're acknowledging Trump and his ways and his false Christianity, okay? There's no excuse. Trump as our president should be stepping forward and saying, because if you watch the video, I'm not going to show it. You can do your due diligence before you get on here and start mumbling your bullshit, right? That's people that want to defend it, right? The way they do it with, they come up with excuses for the fact that Trump was on that island, right? Oh, well, the Democrats this time, the Democrats then. Yeah, that's true. We need to get them too. But the problem is, we're gonna ignore one of them, right? That everything shows who he is, that the truth shows through, and we're gonna ignore it, right? You're not acknowledging the Lord when you're doing that, okay? That first it was, you know, now it's this ain't the only time, right? Because I see the posts out there. Oh, I guess there's a lot of posts and videos and shorts being made from the Trump supporters, right? Hardcore right people that, oh, you know, everyone's pissed off about this ICE agent shot the girl, but what about when the cop shot the female in the face on January 6th? Yeah, that's just as bad, right? But we are ignoring it. Right? Where's America standing up for justice at? No, they think, oh, well, we voted it. We voted, now everything's better. Right? We voted for Trump, now everything's better. Really? But it's okay now. We're going to look the other way. It's okay when his administration starts blowing people away in the face. I don't think so. I don't think so. Why is not our president also pleading to charges from a jail cell? And the one before him, and the one before him, and the one under him, and the one under him. Right? And her. All of them. Thanks for watching. Whiskey and I, we appreciate it very much. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep all of his commandments. For that is the whole duty of man. For God will bring every work into judgment with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. See you.